Good morning, Sophie. She was just watching the boys. They're off to school, aren't they? Victor's off to school this morning. We're just gonna have some play. Do you want your bunny snake back? Do you want your bunny snake back? This is a toy we actually had from Victor when he was a baby. It's just one of those things that goes on the pram. Good sleep, Sophie. I love you. Did you wake up a bit funky this morning? Oh no. Oh no. Why are you sad? Why are you sad? Yeah, you're smiling. Good morning, everybody. I am just going to film a day in the life today. And I'm going to take you along for the day just to kind of give you some updates. Because yeah, I feel like I haven't filmed in a little while. It's just been so busy, I guess. I feel like with a 4-month-old, I remember this phase with Victor as well. It feels a bit tricky because they're not in that kind of newborn stage anymore where they kind of sleep easily and a lot, and you know, they sleep like 17 hours a day, don't they, when they're newborns? Pretty much just sleep and eat. And yeah, so she's not a newborn anymore and she's having a lot more awake time, but her naps are really crap at the moment. Like, she sleeps 30 minutes at a time. She's still, you know, doing the whole short nap thing. Yeah, you haven't started napping for very long yet, have you? Unless I hold her in the baby carrier. If I do that, like if we're out and I know she, you know, needs a good nap because she's a bit cranky, then I will take her in the baby carrier and she can sleep like 2 hours in there just fine. Yeah, that's right. You're smiling because you know I'm talking about you. But obviously that's not great for my back. Like, I can't do that for every single nap. But yeah, so she's still napping just kind of like 30 minutes at a time, and she still has probably 4 naps or so in a day, which, you know, is not really ideal because you can't really get a lot done, can you, in 30 minutes? Like, she's asleep and I go to, you know, maybe have a quick shower or eat or do my makeup or something, and then by the time I'm done with that, her nap is pretty much done too. So yeah, I just feel like it's been tricky to get anything done, like filming and editing, which I really love to do, so I'm kind of missing it, which is why I'm trying to film this video. I kind of miss my work, you know, it's just like the blogging and everything. But that's okay, I'll get back into that once she's in kind of a better nap routine as well. I remember with Victor was the same, like around this time it was just so tricky, and when they're awake they kind of want to be entertained now and they want you to chat to them, and yeah, that's your nappy all changed. So I can see sometimes she's getting frustrated right now because she can roll from her tummy to her back. She's kind of got that down, don't you? You're really good at that now. But she's still trying to roll from back to her tummy. She is 4 months old, by the way. She's 4 months and 1 day old, actually. Yeah, you're 4 months old now. So she's trying to roll from her back to her tummy, and she keeps, you know, just kind of like arching her back and pulling her legs to the side, but she can't quite master it yet. Yeah, that's okay. You'll get it. Don't worry, you'll get it. But yeah, she's been getting a bit frustrated with that. Yes, I thought I would do kind of more like an informal update, you know, like a 4-month baby update, and kind of what our days look like at the moment. But I actually went back to watch the baby updates I did with Victor when he was a baby, and I watched the 4-month-old update, or like where I was talking about the sleep regression and kind of sleep training and everything, and I said the exact same thing, that he was only napping like 30 minutes at a time. And I remember I was so stressed back then because I felt like I was doing something wrong. I took a sleep course this time around with Sophie. Apparently babies are not really developmentally ready to nap for long stretches of time during the day until they're, I think after 5 months or so, they start kind of getting those longer naps in. So funny, I looked back on Victor's 5-month baby update, and in that video I said he's already started sleeping for longer stretches. If you are struggling with this as well, it's nothing you are doing wrong, it's simply they're not ready for those longer stretches. So when they can go for like a longer awake time, I think when they can go for like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours awake, then they will have longer naps as well, usually. That's exactly what happened with Victor too. So, you know, she's 4 months old now. I feel like we don't have a lot left, hopefully, until she starts having some longer naps, and then I can hopefully get more stuff done. Yeah, because right now it's really tricky to get anything done in 30 minutes at a time. Her nighttime sleep is amazing, but her daytime sleep is just, it's so fragile as well. Like if we're out with a pram, she wakes up at every little noise. Like you would think she would get used to the noises. Obviously we already have a child, Victor, who's, you know, quite loud during the day when he's at home, so you would think she's gotten used to it, but no. She used to sleep so well in the pram. The school run was just a breeze, but now she wakes up after like 30 minutes if she, you know, manages to fall asleep in the pram, and then after 30 minutes I have to take her in the baby carrier, so she sleeps for longer. Yeah, is that right? Because otherwise you just wake up and you get cranky. So that's where we are at with the naps. And then nighttime sleep is still amazing. Like I kept waiting for that 4-month sleep regression to hit in. It hasn't yet. I mean, you know, she's only 4 months old, it could still happen, but with Victor I remember it happening a lot earlier, and he was waking up like every hour at some point. And I think the one thing, I mean, obviously she's a different baby, so it might just be how she is, but I also think what we've been doing has helped a lot too. So with Victor, he was used to just us rocking him to sleep in our arms and then putting him down in the crib. And then, you know, when he kind of hit that 4-month mark, or even earlier than that, he started waking up every single hour, wanting to be rocked and put back to sleep. And they say the biggest thing that helps with them sleeping through the night is for them to actually fall asleep where you want them to be the entire night, like falling asleep in their crib. Obviously it's easier said than done, you know, just kind of that putting them to sleep drowsy but awake. Yeah, it's not that simple, is it? But what we did with Victor, I think it was around 5 or 6 months that we started kind of trying to, you know, not sleep train. We never left him to cry it out because I just can't handle that. No offense if you do that, like obviously whatever works for your family. But yeah, so what we did was we would still rock him until he was calm, and then try to put him down while he was, you know, still awake, so not fully asleep. And sometimes he would just completely wake up and you have to rock him again, and we would just do that over and over again until he would fall asleep. And you know, it was tricky at first because obviously it's easier to just to rock them until they're dead asleep and put them down, but you know, if you can get them to slowly get used to it, used to sleeping, like falling asleep in their crib, then it's just so much easier through the night because they don't wake up anymore. So we did that with Victor, but it took quite a while of practicing this with him until he actually got it and he started sleeping through the night. That's pretty much what worked to get him to sleep through. And with her, ever since she was born, I started doing this. So just putting her down and giving her a chance to fall asleep on her own, especially at bedtime. Like naps are tricky. I still rock her to sleep for some naps. Like, what are you doing? Where are you trying to go? Get some tummy time, maybe? Yeah, she's so strong. She had some cradle cap and it's just clearing up now, and it's so lovely. Some of her hair up here has fallen out, but that's okay, it will grow back. You still have loads, don't you? What would you like this morning, Soph? So how about some sensory cards? What do you think of these? Oh, look at that pineapple. That's new, you haven't seen that in a while. Have a little burp. Yeah, I know. I just realized probably a black t-shirt might not have been the best idea because now I've got milk dribbles all over. Seems like all she wants today is to be held. Don't you? She doesn't want me to put her down on the mat. That's okay. I think she wants to practice kind of sitting up. Like obviously she can't sit up on her own yet, that she will sit like this on me and kind of pull herself up to a sitting position. I feel like this is such a mom thing, just kind of starting a conversation and then forgetting where I was left off. I think I was talking about her night's sleep. Oh, bless you. So her night's sleep is still great, and I think it's because of that, because we've started ever since she was born. Like, you can go back and watch my you know, spend a night with a newborn with me. That's kind of what I've been doing ever since for bedtime. Just kind of try to put her down, and obviously if she starts crying, like if she has a day where she's upset and she just wants cuddles, I will pick her up and, you know, rock her to sleep, or like rock her until she's calm and then try to put her down. And yeah, that's just kind of what I've been doing, and worked really well for her. Obviously every baby is different. It might be trickier for some. For Victor it definitely was a lot trickier, but yeah, it doesn't mean that it needs to be perfect every time. Like, every bedtime she needs to go by herself. Like, if there are, you know, 2 days where she doesn't go down by herself, that's fine. It's not like you've lost all that progress, because progress is not linear. Like, it's never going to be just an uphill, like constant perfect bedtime, is it? Like, there will be ups and downs, and that's fine. And you know, I know when teething comes into play, that might affect things as well. What's the matter? Are you sad? You're trying to get away. You're trying to get my camera. Yeah. Wee, wee. She's getting heavier too, aren't you? She's like nearly double her birth weight. She's over 6 kilograms now. Yeah, but she falls asleep usually between 6 and 7 p.m. And then she wakes up for a feed at around 2 a.m. So she still has 1 night feed. I feel like she's just not ready to give that up yet, which is perfectly fine. She's only like 4 months old. Yeah. And then she wakes up in the morning again between 6 and 7. So it kind of depends. But yeah, 6 to 7 bedtime, 6 to 7 wake time. So that's kind of 12 hours with a nighttime feed. That's just amazing for me. Yeah, and I'm really hoping the 4-month sleep regression doesn't kick in. We actually had, last week, we had a couple of nights that were really rough. She woke up every 2 hours. Yeah, and I was thinking, oh no, this is it. This is the sleep regression. It's kicking in. Yeah, are you laughing? Yeah, and then I realized I had changed her, like, what she went to sleep in. Yeah. I didn't put her, so she usually has a long like pajama and then her sleep bag, and I felt like it was quite warm, so I didn't put her in her pajama. I just put her in one of these like vests that don't have bottoms, so just a vest and sleeping bag. And she was waking up every 2 hours. I'm not sure if it's because she was cold. I mean, it's getting warm now, it's not that cold anymore, but either she was cold or she was too like maybe stimulated by the fact that her feet were, you know, not covered. So she was with her feet in her sleeping bag and just kind of wriggling around and, you know, touching the feet between each other, and maybe that was it. I'm not sure. Yeah, but she was waking every 2 hours, and I was like, oh gosh. And then I realized this, and I put her back in her PJs, and she slept through the night. So it's like so strange, but yeah, sometimes the smallest change can make such a big difference, doesn't it? It's just hard to know sometimes because you can't tell us what's wrong. Yeah, lucky you're so cute. Yeah, she feeds every like 3 hours-ish during the day. So she had a feed when she woke up at 7. Now it's 10 a.m. She just had a feed, and she will have one at 1, then 4, and then another one at 7. Obviously, roughly, like sometimes she's hungry a bit earlier and I will just give her the milk, but yeah, that's just kind of on average. It's around 3 hours that she gets hungry, don't you? And she is currently just on formula. I'm not breastfeeding anymore. It's just kind of a personal, you know, decision I made. Yeah, I feel like we're doing really well. So we still have to kind of master those naps, but I'm hoping in like a month or so we might be in a better place with those. What do you think, Sophie? Do you agree? Not sure. She's a bit grumpy, I think. See, that's the thing. I feel like she sleeps, like she slept a 30-minute nap. Yeah, and I feel like she might have needed more, but she just doesn't. Like, I tried rocking her back to see if she will fall back asleep for longer, and she just doesn't. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. You know, with their naps, it's something you really can't control, can you? Because you can, you know, give them a chance to fall asleep and have a nap in like a good environment where it's maybe darker, you know, white noise, stuff like that. So you can give them that, but you can't really control how long they sleep or if they go back to sleep. It's just, yeah, it's just something that's not within our control. And it can be frustrating, but I feel like this time around with her, I'm much more relaxed. Like with Victor, I used to stress so much about these things. And it just, you know, you realize in time, like in years when they grow, that it really didn't matter that much. So I feel like that's why I'm, you know, much more relaxed with her this time around. Yeah. And right now, all she wants to do is sit like this. Down here. Yeah, so I was about to go put laundry out on the line. Yeah. Oh, am I getting some smiles now? You're not sure. But this little miss won't be put down. Sometimes I put her in like the car seat and I just take her out with me so she can watch me put laundry on the line. Yeah, I kind of like doing, you know, chores with my babies when I can. But obviously when she's like this, like a little koala bear, oh, I can't really do much. I feel like she started teething, so obviously she wants all of the teething toys to munch on them. And I can also see like a white tiny bit on the bottom of her gums. It hasn't, you know, she doesn't have any teeth yet. I feel like she's still quite young for that, but it's probably kind of getting ready to pop out, isn't it? Okay, shall we go have some playtime? She's been awake for about an hour and I'm trying to keep her awake for like 2 hours between naps. Sometimes she can last 2 hours and sometimes she's done after like an hour and 40 minutes. But I'm trying to kind of elongate her awake times because I know that kind of helps them get a better nap. Hello you! Wakey wakey, rise and shine. Who has bright eyes just like mine? Do you have a rumbly tummy? Let's have breakfast. It's so yummy. Yeah, you will be having food in about 2 months as well. Your friend is here. Hip hip hooray. Wave hello, then play all day. Is that like baby Sophie? Yeah. Who is in the bath? Splish, splash, splosh. It's fun to have a bubbly wash. Cute little baby. Yeah. Yeah. It's bedtime now, so snuggle tight. Wish on a star, then say night night.
And go deep down, I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that
You're on the bus, go round and round all day long. The people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down all day long. Wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish.
I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby.
She's been awake for 2 hours now. I think it's time for a nap. Let me pop her. I just put these over her hands a little bit because she pulls her hair otherwise because it's so long. Let me pop the white noise on.
So true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too. I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby.
I think she should be good. Ignore the time and the temperature. It doesn't work properly on the baby monitor. It's really old. Yeah, she might fiddle around a little bit, but I think she should be good to be down for this nap. It's now 11:23, so yeah, she's been up for like 2 hours now. So I'm gonna run outside and put these clothes out to dry. They've been washed for a while, but she just wouldn't let me put her down. So yeah, I'm gonna go do this quick. I've got hangers here because this is the trick I do. So if I've got clothes like, you know, t-shirts or like a dress or something that, you know, gets a bit more wrinkled, I don't iron them. I just put them straight on the hangers when I put them to dry outside, or inside as well for that matter. It just keeps them pretty straight, so I don't really have to iron them. So yeah, that's just kind of a trick I do. So I'll go do this quick, and then I'm going to go have my lunch.
No, no, 'cause I love you, baby. I can't let
Okay, so she had been asleep for like 20 minutes, not even 30 minutes, like 20 minutes, and she was already stirring. So I went upstairs, tried to put her dummy back in. She wasn't really having it, so I was just kind of mid-lunch, didn't even get a chance to finish my lunch. That's how it is with these short naps. But I took her in my arms and tried rocking her for a bit. So I rocked her for quite a while, probably for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then I put her back down and she's still asleep. Now fingers crossed she actually does still sleep, because sometimes I do this and then she just wakes up. But I'll try to enjoy my pretty much cold coffee by now and just have a minute. Maybe I'll get some emails done if she still sleeps for a bit longer. But yeah, this actually feels good. Like, she doesn't usually do this. Like, once she starts stirring for naps, she's just done. She just is wide awake, chatting, and yeah, fingers crossed this worked. And she's up. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that worked. She slept for 1 hour and 20 minutes. You did! Well, obviously with my help, because I put her dummy back in a few times and I rocked her in the middle of the nap, but I feel like we're making progress. But usually this doesn't work. Like, I rock her, or I try rocking her back to sleep and she's just done. Yeah, she must have just heard me bad-mouthing her about the short naps. Yeah, and she was like, I'll show you I can nap. Yeah, fingers crossed this kind of slowly starts becoming more of a thing. Yeah. And she actually woke up perfect, like perfect timing, which doesn't usually happen. But so she woke up at 12:45ish, and you know, the school run, I kind of have to leave at 2:45, so that's 2 hours of a wait time, which is just perfect, so that we can walk on the way to school and mommy can get her steps in and she can hopefully have a little pram nap. I feel like you kind of forget, you know, as they grow older, as Victor got older, you kind of forget how much your life revolves around their naps and things like that when they're so little. Like, everything's around her nap schedule and bedtime and everything like that. Oh, there you go. There you go, roly-poly. She loves those crinkly, like, sensory toys. That's one that we have from Love Every, as well as her playmat. So we are getting ready to go on the school run, aren't we? And she is pretty ready for a nap. It's been nearly 2 hours. Yeah, nearly 2 hours. Let me pop her umbrella up because it is a sunny day. We're gonna have a nice walk, aren't we? Oh, there we go. She's got her umbrella up. Yeah, so we are off on the school run, and then, you know, it's a Friday evening. We're gonna come home. Victor's gonna be wrecked after a week of school. It's also the end of term, so he's got half term next week. He's off school for a whole week. So he's just so tired as well at the end of the week. So I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I'm gonna have probably like a pizza party Friday night. It's what we usually do. Yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.